Hey everyone, it's AYBL Main here. This is my series, AYBL Main's Top 5 series for albums, songs, movies, and the like. I'll be counting down those things, or at least ranking those things as I go along. Please take time to hit the red subscribe button down below. Please leave comments, maybe your top 5 in each particular category. That would be kind of cool. And whether you like or dislike the video. Other than that, guys, let's just sit back and enjoy and plug away at this series. I appreciate it. How's it going, everyone? This is AYBL Main, and I wanted to go ahead and try to get my top 10 list in for 1973. My top 5 album series is almost wrapped up, and this will be another series that I will continue on with and stay more on top of, if I can put it that way. So let's kind of jump right in. 1973 was still a very strong year for music. I was very impressed with some of the songs that I was able to research a little bit. I have at number 10. I've got Steve Miller Band's "The Joker." Let's he's a space rocker, blues, southern rock kind of guy, and anytime you can riv off the Clovers a little bit and go lovey-dovey all the time. I mean, this is a classic line right there. So pretty cool song. At number 9, I've got Band on the Run. Let's face it, I mean, this is kind of like I think the best material that Paul McCartney put out post-Beatles. That's just my opinion anyway, was the stuff he did with Wings. This song is very interesting. That it kind of goes from folk to funk to all-out rock within the span of the entire song, which is just very interesting to me. I think it's, again, I'll reiterate, I think it's his best work that he did with Wings when he left the Beatles. So number 8 for me is going to be "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye. And this is Marvin Gaye's doing this little stretch run here of material that was just fantastic. You know, What's Going On came out in this time frame, and Trouble Man soundtrack came out in this time frame. So it's all some good material going on here. Maybe is this the best lovemaking song there is? I don't know. Maybe. I know that Ed Sheeran got sued twice for people who were associated with this song for his song "Thinking Out Loud," because they feel like he ripped off some of the music and chord progressions in that particular song. So number 7 for me is probably maybe the only country song that may appear on any of my top 10 lists. I'm not sure yet. We'll get there. I've got Dolly Parton's "Jolene." I love the haunting guitar work here. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. I've got it listed in the top 250 songs of all time on my playlist. Really like it. It's about a woman who's really worried about another beautiful woman possibly stealing her man because she's beautiful enough to do so. And just a great song. I really enjoy it. And again, the guitar work. If you check it out, check out the guitar work, and it's great. So number 6 for me is going to be the single that was released off Dark Side of the Moon, "Money," a song written by Roger Waters. It's typically what you would think it's about. It's the only single that was released. They needed to have something that was commercially viable off of the album. Everything else was more of a progressive rock style. So they went with this one, and it works fine as a single. I thought it did, and it worked fine on the album within the context that it was. I mean, it's the album itself is talking about some commercialization and love and greed and money and greed and things like that. So it works well here. So at number 5, I've got "Angie" by the Rolling Stones. It's off Goat Head Soup. It's there's a lot of talk about who the song was actually about. It's credited to both Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, but Richards is really the primary writer here, and he claims that it was about his younger. He wrote it in regards to his younger daughter at the time. There was some people who thought it was about Angie Dickinson, and others who thought it was about David Bowie's first wife. But it's not. It's about Keith Richards' little kid. So. Number 4 for me is going to be "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road." I think maybe the strongest overall vocal performance by Elton John. It's the title track from his double album, which is a great album. It's got a lot of filler, but it is a really great album. If you get a chance to listen to it, you really should. It's just about a poor boy who's really got sucked into the rich bourgeois crowd and really just didn't feel like he fit in, and he's not happy there, so he wants to just go back to the farm. and go back to the place where he's happy. And it's a wonderful tune. Elton John does a fantastic job singing it. Number 3 for me is going to be Dream On by Aerosmith. Steven Tyler said that he wrote most of the song when he was 14 years old. He said it was the only song which he used his true voice on the album. Everywhere else he kind of sung in a lowered octave so that people wouldn't realize that he just didn't have that strong a voice at the time. And so this was the one he sung with his regular voice, and it came out powerful, really powerful. Love it. It's iconic. Number 2 for me is going to be Stevie Wonder's funk classic, Higher Ground. Just a great overall song. I love the harmonic keyboards in it, and using synthesizers to make funk sounds coming from Stevie was just like a staple then, and it's great. He made this song just before he got into his car wreck, and he ended up being in a coma, and his manager would actually recite the chorus to the song in his ear, and he noticed that Stevie would actually move his fingers whenever he would do so. So that's kind of an interesting story. I was very cool with that. But my number 1 song for 1973, probably a bit of a hot take. I love Tom Waits' Closing Time album. My favorite song off of there is I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Oh, it's just incredibly powerful how Tom is able to invoke all these emotions into a scene in everyday life, and that's how all of his material is, and it's just great. And this is a guy sitting at a bar. He notices a really attractive woman across the bar, and he's trying to get up the nerve to approach her and buy her a drink and to talk to her. And as the night goes on, he keeps talking about how he would do that, and before you know it, the night's over and she's gone, and he never had the courage to actually approach her in any way. And it's just kind of heartbreaking toward the end, but just powerful. I love it. So that's what I've got for 1973 for my top 10. You guys please leave your top 10 below if you would. That would be great. Leave comments if you like. Throw some shade if you like. Subscribe if you like. That would be great. And I'll try to get these lists out every 4 or 5 days if I possibly can. A little bit more research goes into top 10, so sometimes it's a little slower. So you guys have a good day, and I'll catch up with you later.